Hello everyone, how's it going? I am Dr. Michelle Frawley from Beverly Hills Dentistry, and I do a lot of the both cosmetic work and the tooth alignment here in our practice. And so we've had a lot of patients come in, and I've seen some different comments online, people wondering, you know, what are some things to consider before you would align your teeth? So I'm here to tell you of 3 things that are really important before you do any kind of tooth alignment. So that could be Invisalign, that could be braces, you know, there's a lot of different ones you can order in the mail, Smile Direct Club, CANDID, etc., etc. So, you know, what should you consider before you decide on any of these options? Well, the first thing that you want to consider is making sure that your teeth and your gums are healthy before you start. So it's really important that you go see your dentist and you get, you know, checkup x-rays, you get a digital scan, you get some photos, and really evaluating, you know, do you have any cavities? Because if you have cavities now, you really want to take care of those before you would start any kind of tooth alignment. If you're going to be putting braces on, that, you know, stays permanently on the tooth, and so at the end of several years, unfortunately, we've seen patients where they have lots of cavities around the brackets, and so you just want to make sure that you're getting checked out before you start. Now, some of those ones where you order them in the mail only, you know, a dentist is not really looking at you necessarily, and so you could have cavities, you could have gum disease, you could have, you know, swollen gums, gum recession, bone loss, and if, you know, a dentist is not looking at you, unfortunately, we've seen a lot of cases where there can be a lot of damage afterwards, and so what looked like you know, an inexpensive alignment option ends up being much more expensive in the end because unfortunately there's these underlying problems that weren't addressed. So really important that you take care of your teeth, you have a good foundation for your teeth and your gums, you have healthy gums, not bleeding gums, that you're doing your proper hygiene at home before you would want to align your teeth. So that would go for any kind of tooth alignment option that you choose, but especially if you're considering doing the ones in the mail, you want to be seeing your dentist first. The second thing is, you know, you're considering alignment because you want this beautiful smile, the smile of your dreams, and you think that aligning your teeth will get you that. And oftentimes, it's definitely a good start. Sometimes that's all you need, but many other times there's some other things that are going on with your teeth that, you know, putting your teeth into alignment is good, but you may want some other work on top of that. So it's important to plan out before you start. If you have, you know, misshapen teeth, worn teeth, chipped teeth, missing teeth, teeth that you don't like the color of them, right? You want them brighter. So it's really important that we start the planning of that before you do the alignment. So for example, if you have what we call peg laterals, or kind of small lateral teeth on the sides there, you know, what would be good to do is to plan either between your orthodontist and your general dentist, or, you know, if your general dentist is doing your tooth alignment like I do, I would kind of plan that all out myself. But, you know, having that communication among specialists is really important as well. That, you know, if you're going to align the teeth, you want to leave some space around those lateral teeth so that you can do composite veneers or porcelain veneers to make those teeth more proportional to the rest of your teeth. Now, unfortunately, sometimes we see where that doesn't happen, so people come and, you know, all their teeth, the spaces are closed, but then their lateral teeth are still small. And so that really isn't, you know, maybe your most ideal smile, and if your dentist didn't talk to you about this, you know, you're kind of left at the end with a result that is less than ideal, or less than you would love. So really important. We do a lot of this with our patients who come in, and, you know, the question is, sometimes do I do, you know, tooth alignment or veneers, right? And so I don't think that's an or, I think that's an and. Oftentimes we'll recommend to put your teeth into alignment so we can line up the gums, we can, you know, make sure that in general the gum position fits in with your smile, and then we can look at the edges of the teeth and we can see, you know, where do we want them longer, is one tooth now shorter than the other? We can do a lot of planning so that once we put your teeth in alignment, if we do recommend doing some composite or porcelain work, that it's much more conservative. You know, if your teeth are like this and you want to put them like that with veneers, well, you have to cut away a lot of the tooth. But if your teeth are now nicely aligned, you'd have to do very minimal on the front of the tooth to be able to put a veneer on top of that so that you could change the shape or the shade of your teeth at that point. You've already taken care of the position of your teeth, and now you can do the shape and the shade, and much more conservative. I know a lot of people have, you know, many concerns with, oh, I don't want to cut my teeth down, and, you know, that does happen. And I think it's when, you know, maybe the doctor doesn't give the patient all the education, or the patient is, you know, not aware of these different options, and so unfortunately sometimes teeth get cut down more than I think that they would need to be. So really important to be considering. Point number 2, making sure that we consider the cosmetic work, or the, you know, kind of bonding and veneer work that you might want afterwards beforehand, and then plan your tooth alignment accordingly. The third really important thing, which I mentioned a little bit before, was missing teeth. If you have missing teeth, it's really important to plan out what you're going to be doing, the space that you're going to be needing after your tooth alignment, right? So you don't want to just move the teeth and then see whatever space you have left, and more importantly, what the positions of the roots are, right? So say if you have a missing lateral tooth, some people have that, just anatomically or congenitally, and if the two teeth next to it the roots end up like this, they're not uprighted like that, well then there's not even any room to put an implant in there. So, we see that unfortunately with some, parents that come in and their kids went through braces and they want to now replace that space, or even as an adult, maybe they had a bridge, but now they want to put an implant in, and there's just not enough space because the roots are not in the right orientation, which is, vertically, to be able to put an implant in. Or say you're missing a back tooth, and even if you want a bridge, it's still important that the bite is all aligned right, and that the top and bottom teeth are going to be hitting each other right so that you can replace that missing tooth. So basically, just considering all the planning and the different things that goes into your case before you even put on that first aligner, or you get your braces on for the first time. So hopefully this was helpful. Just to reiterate, you want to make sure that your teeth and gums are healthy, that you don't have any cavities, that you have good gum health. You want to consider the position of the teeth afterwards, and if you're going to want to do any other kind of cosmetic enhancements at the end of your alignment treatment. And then thirdly, checking out where your missing teeth are and making sure that you're planning for the position and the eventual replacement of those teeth. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave us a comment. If you want to hear any other topics on this or any other kind of dental topic, we are here for you. We can make more videos on that. And if you like our content, please give us a thumbs up and follow us. Take care.